Most of you know I grew up in a preacher's home, and so I'm like a lot of children that have Christian parents. I went to church from the time I was a baby, and so I grew up in church and going to Sunday school and learning the things of the Lord, and so you know how it is in Sunday school. One of the first things you learn in Sunday school many times is you learn the song "Jesus Loves Me," and so naturally I learned "Jesus Loves Me" at a very early age. And you know how we do in Sunday school? In Sunday school, we just sing it kind of simple for the children. But our church, of course, had, like a lot of churches, had missionaries that would come in and they would present the fields that God's called them to, and they'd show slides or videos of all the different places around the United States and different places around the world that God had called them to, and would show us all of the difference in culture and food and dress and even music. And so I began to think about that a little bit. I thought, man, I don't know how we do Jesus Loves Me here, but I wonder how they would do Jesus Loves Me in all these different places. And of course, I grew up in Oklahoma, and a lot of Native Americans, a lot of Indian folks down there in Oklahoma. And so I got to think about that. If you'd go down to Oklahoma and ask one of those Native Americans there to do Jesus Loves Me, they'd probably do it like this. Well, then not too far from there, of course, is Texas. Of course, Texas is the home of Bob Wills and the Texas Playboys. You know, they had that Texas swing music, you know, the fiddles and all that stuff, you know. And you go down to Texas and have them play Jesus Loves Me, they'll put a little bit of country twang in there, a little swing rhythm. They'll do something like this. Not too far from there, of course, Louisiana. Louisiana, of course, that's Cajun country. Everything's different in Cajun country. And, I mean, they talk different, and the food's different, and they even play a fiddle different. Cajun will put a fiddle down here on their elbow instead of putting it up here underneath the chin where it's supposed to be, you know. And so I got to think about that. Man, you go down to Cajun country and ask one of those Cajuns to do Jesus Loves Me. I wonder how they do it. I think they do something like this. Not far from there, of course, is Memphis. Memphis is the home of the blues. And you do the blues, you got to slow things down. You got to kind of get into the feel of it a little bit, you know, and kind of start feeling your music a little bit. You go down to Memphis, have somebody do Jesus Loves Me, where I think they do something like this. You go over there to England. Over in England, they have that what I call real churchified music, you know. And I wouldn't last very long there. And it's real formal, you know, and all that. But you go over to England and have them play Jesus Loves Me, I think they do something like this. Not too far from there, of course, Ireland and Scotland, around in there. You know, Ireland and Scotland, they play the bagpipes a lot. And Of course, bagpipe music is kind of like harmonica playing. I mean, it's either real good or it's real bad. And you know, if you got somebody who knows how to play the bagpipes, it sounds pretty. If you got somebody who don't know how to play it, don't sound pretty. But the bagpipes gets its sound because there's a note in the bagpipe music. One note is called the drone note, just stays the same all through the whole song. It just stays the same. That's a part I always sing all the quartets I was in. And because I never forgot my part that way. And you know, if you go over to Ireland and Scotland and you ask somebody over there on the bagpipes to play Jesus Loves Me, they'll play something like this. Well, you go further east, go over to the Orient. Everything in the Orient is really different. They've got a very unique style of art, and their clothes are very different, their food's different, and Oriental music has a distinctive sound of its own. So if you go over to the Orient and ask some of those Oriental folks to play Jesus Loves Me, they'll play something like this. Well, you come back over here to the United States and you stop off in Nashville. Years and years ago, way back in Brother Bob Kesterson's time, there was a guy in Nashville named Floyd Kramer that made the Nashville sound popular. And of course, Floyd's gone on to be wherever Floyd's gone to be. But if you could bring Floyd back tonight and have Floyd play Jesus Loves Me, I think he'd play it just like this.